It's the weekend. Yay, finally, right? Hasn't this been a long week? It seems like it has been. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff to open tonight, but before we get started ripping into things, we do have some information to go over, so let's get rolling with that. Feedback 100% automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are going to instantly get positive feedback in return, thanks to the wonders of automation. And of course, the second message there, and the far more important of the two, is a big thank you. I appreciate you being here tonight. And as always, those of you who bid and break and chat with me, I'm glad you choose to do so, and I appreciate it. We are looking right now at breaks that are listed on eBay that we're going to be breaking over the next few days. So tomorrow night is an off night. Got to get my March Madness on tomorrow. But Sunday we'll be back at it with Gold Rush autographed basketball jersey, a half case of encased football, a full case of Leaf Valiant baseball, and a 20-box case of Leaf Metal Sports Heroes. The Leaf Metal Sports Heroes, that's a multi-sport product. The spots are sold by the first letter of the last name, and all the spots are listed in the football category if you're looking for it. On Monday night, we're going to open a half case of Leaf Best Basketball. Yeah, you can tell I found some things, right? All these half cases I had stashed. Forgot I had. 8 boxes of Donruss Baseball. I didn't forget that one. That's a back half of a case. We'll be breaking both of those on Monday night. Tuesday night, a Leaf autographed multi-sport jersey, another case of Cornerstones basketball, more National Treasures football, more Inception baseball. Wednesday night is Gypsy Queen release day. Hey, hey. We'll open a 3-box case of Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs and a half case of Gypsy Queen baseball, all on Wednesday night. Now, for those of you who are interested in this sort of thing, as it stands right now, we may potentially have open spots in all of the breaks other than the football jersey. It's completely paid and sold and ready to go, but there are, as of this moment, unpaid teams in all of the other breaks. And as normal, I will check those right before we break each product. If there is still stuff sitting unpaid right when we're getting ready to break, then I'll offer that up to you guys and gals. So keep an eye out for that. All right, so here's what we need to know about tonight. We've got one free shipping break. That is a Leaf autographed football jersey. And it is break number 30, of course. And anytime you do a free shipping break with me, I'm going to project it to go out about a week after the fact. It usually ships a lot faster than that. That is the latest it would go out. Okay, so the latest the jersey is going to go out to that winner would be Friday a week from today, but again, most likely going to be sooner. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Cornerstones basketball, Inception baseball, and our Leaf draft football, no later than Tuesday the 25th. And if I can get it out to you faster than that, you know I certainly will do so. Now, the last little bit of information on this page has to do with consolation cards. So, if you're in one of these breaks and your team isn't pulled, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. It's basically each team, I've got a box of cards for them. So if you don't pull anything, you know, when it comes time, I would just grab you a card out of that box for that team, and that would be your consolation card. So in the free shipping break, which again is the football jersey, I would typically hang on to consolation cards for those of you who don't hit and simply send them out with your next package. If, however, you want it sent right away, all you need to do is shoot me a message, let me know, gladly take care of it. And our paid shipping breaks, Cornerstones, Inception, and Leaf Draft. If somebody happened to get skunked in there and not pull anything at all, you are, of course, still going to get your consolation cards, and those will ship out with the rest of the break since they are a paid shipping break. Finally, this is also the order that we're breaking in. So the football jersey is first, Cornerstones basketball is second, Inception baseball third, Leaf draft football fourth. So 2018 Leaf autograph football jersey, it is break number 30. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 22nd of March. You find the team names are on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team there on the right-hand side. And, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you are not in this particular break, you're going to get a chance to see your name up there. It's just going to be a little farther down the road, so hang tight. Last but not least, you probably noticed the background went out of focus. That is by design. That's so we can look at everything up all nice and close without any pesky zooming in and out. Greg's here, Evan's here, James, Mr. TK Bomb. And Evan, you were asking about what is an inner case. And it looks like James already answered that. So, yeah, basically it's a bunch of cases put into a bigger box, and they call the bigger box of cases a master case, and each individual case inside the larger case is called an inner case. So it's basically just, it is a sealed case, but it is not a quote-unquote master case, which has a bunch of sealed cases inside of it. I know, weird, right? Okay, we have an Earl Campbell jersey. And, of course, Earl Campbell was a Houston Oiler. The former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. So this goes, as a result, to the Tennessee Titans. Cards always and items always stay with their franchises. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise, an expansion franchise that came long after the Houston Oilers had moved away to Tennessee. So there's your signature, your JSA authentication sticker, your JSA authentication card. This was clearly on, you can tell by the colors, it was on a collegiate jersey, but we know that Earl Campbell was Houston Oilers, which is Tennessee Titans. So congratulations, Titans. Mr. TK Bomb, I'm going to let you guys know right now what is going on with Cornerstones basketball, because I'm going to go over here and take a peek at it real quickly and see what I can find out about it in terms of what is sitting there unpaid. So if you guys will bear with me here for a second, we're going to take a little peek here at what is unpaid right now in Cornerstones. And it looks like that is the Sacramento Kings. And let's see, the Kings sold for what? The Kings sold for $63 on eBay. And they are currently setting as unpaid. So if someone wants the Kings, please let me know. We've also got another team that is setting unpaid right now, but that I think I know what's going on with. Somebody who bids with me often, and it's a small bid amount, and somebody I know well, and I think I know what's going on with that. So we're not going to worry about that one, but we are going to have to worry here about the Sacramento Kings. So does anybody want the Kings? What's everybody's thought on that? Meanwhile, I got to update the spreadsheet here to reflect that they are unpaid. And then we'll start moving through the spreadsheet here in a second. Let's I got to get my little update done. There we go. All right, so while you all are thinking about it, Sacramento Kings and Cornerstones is available because, yeah, you got it. Wang Bidder didn't pay for it. So you just saw this, right? Everybody probably was on here, saw this a minute ago. If for some reason someone did not see it, please take a minute, read the information there about anticipated shipping dates and consolation cards. And we are getting ready to break a 12-box case of 2018-19 Cornerstones basketball as a full case break. It is break number 2. It ended tonight on eBay, of course, as well. Friday night, not Thursday night, flashback. Friday night, the 22nd of March. Sacramento Kings, they need a home, guys. They are sitting there as an unpaid team, so I'm offering them up. Is anybody going to give the Sacramento Kings any love tonight? While you're pondering that, I'm going to start getting it out of the cases here. And James, by the way, thank you for answering that inner case question on there too. I did see you typed in an answer to Evan as well while I was busy going over stuff. So thank you for that. I always appreciate you. Each and every one of you that jump in there and help me out with that sort of thing, as you often do, and James in particular tonight. And Evan, I get what you're saying there, Russian Doll Situation. I love that show on Netflix. Such a good show. If you guys have never checked it out, you should. It is so, so good. So good. Jordan, you want to pick up the Kings tonight? All right, we'll get you set up with that. Chubby Miller time, I did message you today. I had like 6 or 8 messages from you today, and I answered like 6 or 8 messages from you today. Yeah, I had held your team for you last night, but of course it didn't end up getting paid last night, and it didn't get paid today, and it's still sitting unpaid, as a matter of fact, which is the reason that we don't hold teams, right, guys? Yeah, we've been down this road before. It never works out, does it? All right, so Jordan, you have my info, or do you need me to type it in for the Kings so that that you... Are you going to... I think you usually will send it. You don't need me to invoice you, correct? And if you've got my info, then I'll just let you fly and be free. If you need me to type it in, you just let me know. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let me get a few little things updated here, guys, so that I can reflect all this on the spreadsheet and get it properly updated here in eBay as well. Jordan, you've already got it taken care of. Man, you are on it, brother. You know I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we may potentially have some teams available in Inception Baseball coming up in a minute too, but for right now, I'm just getting this shown again for Jordan. Jordan, I'll put the cornerstones spreadsheet up again after we do the break. You know, once I get them out of the case and that sort of thing, I don't like to take your all's view away from the table until we've opened everything and broken everything. But of course, I'll show that updated spreadsheet to you shortly. Give me 1 second, guys. I just have to do a little housekeeping here when we have unpaid teams that are picked up by somebody else so that I can keep track of it all. And we're going to be good to go here in one momento. All right. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully, let's find some extra fiery hits to make up for your kind patience there while you waited on me. Mr. TK said he had a little bit of love there, but not at that price. Yeah, I understand that. I have nights like that myself, sir. I understand that. S. Higgins is here looking for some fiery fire. Sean, Sean basically just wants some hits, period, right? Stephen, you're asking me about the Mets. What's your question about the Mets? Are you just wondering if Inception's up next, or are you asking me if the Mets are an unpaid team, or you have the Mets? My mind wanders into all kinds of scenarios. You got to give me a little bit more info to go on, Stephen. You know I'm sometimes in second gear, one-track mind, you know? Oh, are they available in Inception? I don't know. We're going to wait until we do cornerstones, and then I'll go back and look. There were 1 or 2 teams that were sitting there in Inception, and those 1 or 2 teams, we're going to give them until we get through this break in case they manage to get it paid by then. If they do, great, and if they don't, then we'll offer up whatever teams are still sitting there, much like we just did with cornerstones here. S. Higgins, you were in a cornerstones break yesterday, and you said it was literally the worst case you've ever seen. Oh, dang, man. That is not good. I thought our first case was pretty good. I mean, you know, obviously we didn't find the Luca in it, which would have made it like a great case. But I thought we had some nice hits in our first case, which was, what, Wednesday when we opened it, I guess? So we will see. Oh, somebody called the Mets a dumpster fire, Sean. I don't think the Mets are a dumpster fire. Actually, I think the Mets are kind of shaping things up around there, as a matter of fact. And I think well, that's not wanting to come out of there, and I don't want to pull on it, so we're going to pop it out that way. I think that some of your younger guys, Alonso being one of them, are probably going to come up and do pretty well. Oh, and Steven says the Mets are going to be World Series champs. He's calling it right now. He's not messing around. I like it. I like the confidence, Steven. And you got to stick up for your team. You know, my Cincinnati Reds are for real a dumpster fire. At least we have been for like the last, I don't know, ever. But I still stick up for them. It's okay for me to trash talk them. I just don't want anybody else to. Does that make sense? Not really. All right, I'm just getting a few sleeves out on the table here, and we're going to get rolling. Sean, you saw a Kareem to 10, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to 10, and Michael Porter Jr. 1 of 1. Wow, nice. All right, let's take a look at what we got. You all are still debating the merits of the Mets over there, so I will leave you all to your smack talk there in chat. We're gonna see what we find in here. To 79, that is Vucevic for the Magic. This is the Lakers to 139. That is Kyle Kuzma. The 76ers is Ben Simmons. That is an insert. Unbreakables insert, to be specific. Elemental and the Knicks. This is Enes Kanter with an autograph to 129, kicking it off for the Knicks. The Minnesota Twins, Tyus Jones. I said Twins. Timberwolves. Well, see, we were talking baseball and see what happens. As my head goes, yeah. Let's try it again. Minnesota Timberwolves to 129 with Tyus Jones, cornerstones hit. And Tim Duncan for, that is the wrong sleeve, Tim Duncan for the San Antonio Spurs is our last hit out of that pack/box. Jordan, you need a nice Marvin Bagley. Well, I wouldn't mind at all finding you a nice Marvin Bagley. We'll try to work the mojo for you. To 49, that is Trey Lyles and the Denver Nuggets. This is numbered to 199. It's Markieff Morris for the Wizards. Oh, Suns. How about that? You're going to make a little money on that. The downtown insert, that's DeAndre Ayton for the Suns. So those are, they don't technically call them case hits, I don't think. They just say they're rare or hard to find or whatever. You note it does have a little bit of curvature to it as well. You can probably tell that, as did the one we pulled out of case number 1. So whatever coating they're putting on them is responsible for that. But anyway, those do tend to fall about 1 per case. Phoenix Suns with a Devin Booker relic. The Celtics, Terry Rozier, former University of Louisville player. Cornerstones, numbered to 129. And then the Lakers hit with Devin George. And that is numbered to what? 25? Yeah, 25 on the Elusive Ink card set. The truth for once is being a Pirates fan isn't easy either. I understand. This is to 49. It is Anthony Davis, AD for NOLA. Numbered to 139. That is Kyle Lowry and the Raptors. An Unbreakables insert, Chris Paul and the Rockets. The Atlanta Hawks with Mike Bibby. And you got some little imperfection there on your corners. I'd say 3 of the 4 in particular. I mean, they're minor, but you know if I see it, I'm going to call it out to you. It is numbered to 129. A redemption, cruel and unusual punishment though it may be, we leave it face down until the end of the break. Flip them all over at that point and check them out. Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J's for the Memphis Grizzlies. You need some Milwaukee Bucks, S. Higgins? All right, we'll try to channel Milwaukee for you as well then. To 79, it's Robert Covington, T-Wolves. This one to 139 is Eric Gordon for the Rockets. Unbreakable Kyrie Irving insert, Celtics. For the Pacers, you have Miles Turner. And that is Elemental to 129, a second redemption. See, I had a feeling we'd get a collection of them. The Cavaliers, it's Colin Sexton with a relic to finish off that box. Sean, you need a little Denver love. Little Denver Nuggets love. Oh, I thought you meant Bucks in here, like the Milwaukee Bucks. You meant the Pirates for baseball. Sorry, man. I just looked over and saw Bucks, and I was thinking, well, you know how my brain works. So I was thinking Milwaukee Bucks. All right, you're working the mojo in advance for Inception. I'm on the page now. Harrison Barnes for the Mavericks. Jrue Holiday to 139 for NOLA. Unbreakable insert John Wall for the Wizards. The Indiana Pacers, that is TJ Leaf to 129. Seems like we pulled a lot of him at the beginning of the season and then less so maybe as we've gone along. Glenn Rice for the Charlotte Hornets. How about that? Well, I was hoping that was going to be signed. That's all right. Still a nice relic there for the Charlotte Hornets. George Gervin. Nice throwback hit for the Spurs. And it is numbered to 129. Jay Allen, you need the letter N in the leaf break later. All right, we'll work on that for you. You got to hit the hay for tonight. I understand. I'm tired myself. Been up really early a couple days in a row getting my mom to those various doctor's appointments. So I feel you. I'm tired myself. We'll do our best to find it for you. Ricky Rubio and the Jazz. That is numbered 210. To 139, Kyle Korver and the Jazz. An Unbreakables insert Jamal Murray and the Nuggets. The W8, you need Wizards Mojo. Okay. Wizards Mojo request on file. Let's make it happen. I always pull this guy because I can't say his flipping name. So I pull him in every case because I can't pronounce his name. It's just fate. Rudy Tomjanovich. That is so not right. So not right. It is numbered to 129. I should just call him Rudy, but either way, he's a rocket. They put him in there just to torture me. Aaron Holiday and the Pacers come out with a relic. And here come the Thunder with a little rookie love for Hamidou Diallo. Upper corners, not perfect, but not terrible. It is a Cornerstones hard-signed autograph to 199 for the Thunder. Mr. TK Bomb, I'm going to work on your Trailblazers mojo too, for sure. We've got a 1 of 1 right here coming up, as a matter of fact. Guys and gals. Oh, Jay Allen, you've been sick? Oh, that's no good. So you've been having to... oh, man. And you're still having to get up super early, even though you're sick. That is not fun. I'm sorry to hear that. Goran Dragic and the Miami Heat. A little 1 of 1 action coming out there for Miami. Number to 139, you have Reggie Jackson and the Detroit Pistons. Startups, Bruce Brown insert. All these inserts, whatever coating they have on them, it's not the same as chrome. It's almost like a vinyl kind of coating, but it's causing all of them to have quite a bit of curvature, just FYI. I'm sure it'll flatten out over time in a, top loader or something similar, but definitely they've got some very definite curvature to those cards. Musa and the Nets to 199. Cornerstones. The Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. Relic. Grayson Allen for the Utah Jazz. Now that definitely you can see on the corners, particularly the lower, but to a certain extent all four corners have some minor imperfections there. Grayson Allen to 199. Jazz. Whoops. We got a little carried away there, didn't I? Brought the wrong one forward. Malcolm Brogdon for the Bucks. That was numbered to 79. Numbered to 139. It's Montrezl Harrell for the Clippers. An unbreakable Russell Westbrook insert for the Thunder. Here come the 76ers with World Be Free. I cannot ever remember this guy's real name. Jay Allen is already signed off, I think. He always looks it up, or I think he's the one who looked it up for me the last couple times. He might remember, but I can never remember his actual name before it was World Be Free. Numbered to 49 for the 76ers. The Atlanta Hawks, but probably not the one you're after the most. That is Kevin Huerter. Here's some love for the Wizards. Elvin Haynes, of course, the Washington Bullets of yesteryear are known as the Washington Wizards of today. That is to 129 for Elvin Haynes. Numbered to 49, Draymond Green. And the Golden State Warriors to 139, De'Aaron Fox Kings. Our insert is Unbreakable Jokic for the Nuggets. Here come the Jazz again. This is Derek Favors on an Elemental card set. The autograph is numbered to 25. The Lakers, Mo Wagner. And I see kind of a big one coming on the horizon here. At least if you're the Phoenix Suns, it's going to be kind of a big one. I guess first we should take a look at it. Looks to be in pretty good order. I mean, really super minor things on the corners, but nothing major at all. That is numbered to 75 for our #1 overall draft pick last year, DeAndre Ayton, Phoenix Suns. Oh, don't give up yet, Mr. TK Bomb. Don't give up yet on your Blazers. Don't start thinking skunk yet. No, we've got still stuff to look through. Never give up until the last card is flipped, right? To 79, Otto Porter Jr. and the Wizards. To 139, Brooke Lopez, Bucks. Unbreakable insert, Giannis for the Bucks. The Greek Freak. Here comes the Jazz. It is Daryl Griffith. And Mr. Daryl Griffith on a throwback signature is numbered to what? 25 for the Jazz. Danny Granger, Pacers. Foundations relic. Ooh, I see another nice hit on the horizon here. And this one I would say mostly your right hand upper and lower. Left look a little bit better. Again, none of it probably 100% perfect, but not too shabby. It's Kevin Knox to 199 for the Knicks. Don't forget, we do still have those 2 redemptions we'll be flipping over at the end of the break as well. So that's going to give somebody a couple more shots at it as well. To 49, Blake Griffin, Pistons. The Miami Heat with Goran Dragic to 139. Our insert startups, Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. The Orlando Magic, Nick Anderson. And Nick Anderson is numbered to 129. A third redemption. Oh, the plot thickens. And Mo Bamba for the Orlando Magic with a relic. All right, it is last box mojo time officially. So, of course, we've already had a couple big hits out of here with Ayton and Kevin Knox, whatnot, and a 1 of 1. But we are going to try to pull forth a little more out of our last box here. So, work with me, guys. I saw another redemption. Yes, I did. We got 4 redemptions in here now. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Could be, that could go either way, but we're going to find out here in a minute. The Knicks with Tim Hardaway Jr., that's to 79. Then we have Aaron Gordon in the Magic to 139. Startups insert Dante DiVincenzo, Milwaukee Bucks. Here come the Kings. It's Willie Cauley-Stein. And the big man is numbered to 129. There's the Mavericks, but it's not the Maverick you wanted, right? It's Jalen Brunson, and I know you were after Luka. But there's a Jalen Brunson anyway. So, before we recap, we have these 4 redemptions. We're getting ready to flip each one of them over. We will then go to the Panini website. We'll find out what, if anything, they are numbered to, and we will verify the teams. All right? Hopefully, one of them will be a trailblazer, because we don't want Mr. TK Bomb to get skunked again, do we, guys? No, we don't. So hopefully one will be a trailblazer. Well, that is Bates Diop, and it is a rookie Cornerstones Crystal. He, of course, is going to be Timberwolves. Behind that is Kelly Oubre Jr. Cornerstones. He was a Wizard. He's been traded. I don't know what to expect his card set to be in here. I would, if they'll be old team or current team, probably old team, but we'll verify it on the Panini website. Landry Shamet, that is Cornerstones Quartz. That's going to be the 76ers. And another Kelly Oubre Jr. What the what? 2 Oubres. Okay. Well, Panini could have maybe done a little better job sorting on that, perhaps. But nonetheless, let me get us over here to our Panini website. I've got to bring you along with me, of course. And we're going to look this stuff up. Find out the 411 here. All right, so the Oubre, one says Cornerstones Crystal and one just says Cornerstones. So I guess technically we're going to have to look them both up. So we'll do just the Cornerstones one first. He's card number 24 on here. And he is still a Wizard. That's kind of what I was expecting, but I wanted to make sure. You never know with these kinds of things. That's why we like to go make for certain. And then our Cornerstones Crystal for Kelly Oubre should be numbered a little differently, I believe. And let's go find out what that looks like. It's card number 24 again. So it is numbered to 49. So the Wizards kind of got a big haul right here at the end of the break, didn't they? Now, I'm labeling these as we go. That's what takes a minute. Sorry, guys. Now we're going to Rookie Cornerstones Quartz to find our Landry Shamet for the 76ers. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Go there. Card number 173. I must be in the wrong card set, because why would that be? Oh, because I didn't go to Rookie Cornerstones Quartz. That's why. Try that one more time. That looks more like it. All right, 173. Landry will be numbered to 49 for the 76ers. The last one that we've got to look up is the Bates Diop Rookie Cornerstones Crystal. And is that what we're in? No, we're in Quartz. And that, of course, is going to be the T-Wolves. He's card number 185. And if I can scroll myself down there, T-Wolves, and it'll be numbered to 75. So let me get it labeled up, and then we're going to come back and recap this. All right. Let's get our view back to here. Actually, you know what? Let's put this up one more time to reflect that change as well. This, of course, I'm just putting up there to reflect that said unpaid originally, and then, of course, it was picked up there on the second chance, so it does now reflect that on the spreadsheet. I had promised to put that up there for you, so I did want to show it. And after I made that promise, got to follow up on it. All right, so to recap, we're going to start with the redemptions that we just verified on the Panini website. So you have the Kelly Oubre Jr. for the Wizards to 129, another Kelly Oubre for the Wizards, that one is to 49, Landry for the 76ers to 49, and another rookie, this one for the T-Wolves to 75 with Bates Diop. Our downtown, once again, got some pretty good curvature on it out of the pack, but I do think it'll straighten itself out. But that's a nice one for the Suns with DeAndre Ayton. And the Heat hit themselves a little 1-of-1 Goran Dragic base card. But is it, I mean, it is still a base card, but it's a 1-of-1. So it's like, you know, it kind of feels more like a hit, doesn't it? A hit of sorts, anyway. Okay, so we're going to recap everything else there. There's Brunson for the Mavericks, the Kevin Knox for the Knicks. You got the Pacers with Danny Granger. There's that nice-looking DeAndre Ayton Cornerstones card for the Suns, who had a good night. The Jazz make an appearance, so do the Atlanta Hawks, and there's the 76ers with World Be Free. Grayson Allen for the Jazz. The Bulls with Chandler Hutchison. Musa for the Nets. Hamidou Diallo for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Aaron Holiday and the Pacers. There's a little throwback. Rudy for, notice I'm not attempting the last name the second time, for the Rockets. George Gervin and the Spurs. Glenn Rice for the Hornets. Willie Cauley-Stein for the Sacramento Kings. The Magic have Mo Bamba. Then the Magic have Anderson as well, Nick Anderson. The Jazz with Darrell Griffith. The Lakers, Mo Wagner. Elvin Haynes for the Wizards. Once again, used to be called the Washington Bullets. They are the current Washington Wizards. TJ Leaf, Pacers. Cavaliers with Colin Sexton. And you've got a little Miles Turner for the Pacers. There's Triple J for the Memphis Grizzlies. And that is Mike Bibby for the Atlanta Hawks. Some elusive ink for the Lakers. And the Celtics hit Terry Rozier. Devin Booker relic for the Suns. Another hit for the Spurs with a Tim Duncan relic. There's another T-Wolf. That one is Tyus Jones. And we got things rolling tonight with Enes Kanter and the Knicks. Mr. TK Baum, I am sorry, man. I was hoping we were going to do some good for your Trailblazers in here tonight. I'm sorry we didn't have better luck for you, man. Sometimes when it rolls like that, it's like not as much fun, is it? I know. I'm sitting on your guys' side of the breaks, buying into other people's as well. And I know the feeling when you skunk. It is not a good one. Bear with me here, guys. I'm checking to see if we still have a team available, and it looks like we do have a team available in here. But it's honestly, it's a fairly low dollar proposition, and I'm going to assume this person has pretty high feedback. I don't know them personally, but I'm going to maybe just work with the fact that they've had something come up, and we're not going to try to slow down the break and deal with that at this point. I'm just going to mark it. I'm just going to mark it on the spreadsheet as unpaid to reflect that for my notes, and then we'll probably just let it ride, I guess. I know it's pain when we have to slow down and stop and do all those unpaid things, and that's why sometimes I take a shot on them and run the risk. And if they're, you know, pretty relatively low dollar ones like this one is tonight, it's probably not worth the disrupting the rest of the break. We'll keep it rolling for you guys and gals that are here and paid, which I thank you for once again. All right, if you didn't see this earlier, that's the 411 on shipping and consolation cards, okay? So basically, in the paid breaks, if you get skunked, you are still going to get a package in the mail. We'll ship out with the rest of the break. It'll have your consolation cards in it. And, of course, if you were in the Jersey break and you got skunked there, because that's a free shipping break, normally I would hold your consolation cards until the next package that goes out. But if you want it sent sooner, all you need to do is let me know. We'll take care of it. It's a 16-box case of 2019 Inception Baseball. It's a full case break. This is break number 2. Also ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 22nd of March. We've got team names on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it there. On the right-hand side, our team that is setting unpaid is marked as such on the spreadsheet. And Inception. We've got lots of Inception to break. We'll be breaking it for the next few weeks. It's another product, of course, that has one pack per box. And it usually, well, we're going to have one autograph or autograph relic per box. And then typically there'll be 2 parallels and a handful of base cards. Now, the parallels can either be green parallels, which are not numbered, or they can be a variety of other colors, which are numbered. And of course, we'll take a look at each of those as they come along. But just kind of giving you an overview. Typically, there is going to be a case hit called Silver Signings. So we should find, knock on wood, we should find Silver Signings in here somewhere, which are some of my personal favorites out of Inception. And in general, it's just kind of a cool little set. So like most of the stuff that has just one pack in it, I do tend to like to just go ahead and get all of our packs out. And then that way, once we start looking at them, we can just keep on rolling. So we're going to get all this packaging open and off the table first. And meanwhile, if anybody happens to know the score of the Mississippi State game, I would kind of love to know an update on that. You know, I got to keep up with my SEC teams. And the last I saw of it, Mississippi State had gone on a little bit of a run. And they were, you know, up by maybe 5 or 6 or something. It's on True TV. But I like to kind of keep an eye on some of those matchups. I was bummed that Cincinnati lost today, though, I have to tell you, and I did not expect that. I thought Cincinnati would win their game, and Tennessee would win theirs, which Tennessee did win theirs, although not in astoundingly dominant fashion, but they did win it. And then I thought Cincinnati would probably take Tennessee out. So guess whose bracket is now shot all to thunder, thanks to dear old Cincinnati Bearcats. Yeah, that'd be mine. That would be mine. Of course, I was already a mess last night anyway. I had also picked Belmont to win, and they ended up losing by a couple of points. So I was kind of already, my bracket was already imperfect before we even got into today. But then Cincinnati, man, they really messed me up. Because that carried out. James, wait a minute. You're telling me that Liberty beat Mississippi State 80-76? For real? Oh, man. Oh, well, yeah. Now my bracket's just, now I've got a bunch of mistakes on it. Not that I would have, I mean, I didn't carry, like, Mississippi State way out, but I certainly didn't have Liberty winning, like, at all. Should have, though. Those 12-5 matchups are always the ones, aren't they? Seems like the 12 fives and the 8 nines are the ones that will come and bite you in the rear all the time. Yes, Liberty won, he says. Tag on it. How'd that happen? Oh my gosh. See, now, when I last looked at that, they'd gone on a little run, and I thought, okay, they probably got this in hand. I can, you know, rest easy. Oh, man. March Madness. Madness for a reason. Of course, tomorrow, my Kentucky Wildcats are playing Wofford. And I gotta tell you, I thought it was going to be an extremely tough game with P.J. Washington in the lineup. Because Wofford, I mean, they will just flat burn it up from three-point line. Especially one kid. They've got one kid that just shoots the lights out, especially from three. And, you know, our deal all year. We haven't defended the three-point shot. Like, you may as well say it's my granny out there defending when somebody shoots threes on us. It's terrible. So I have some trepidation about my Kentucky Wildcats playing those Wofford Terriers tomorrow too, I don't mind saying. So we might have I don't know, I shouldn't say it out loud, but, well, you know the deal. I'm worried about it. I definitely am. Well, maybe Murray State will go on and win. Murray State played a heck of a game yesterday. I was so proud of them. I do have them picked to go another game as well. I have what's left of my destroyed bracket to 150. That is the purple parallel for the Twins. Here come the Blue Jays. That's the green, and the green once again are unnumbered. Then we have our base cards for the Mets, the Cubs, the Brewers, and the Phillies. And our hit here, first out, is the Braves with Bryce Wilson. That's a nice looking relic as well. It's numbered to 199. As many of you may recall, at least if you open tops a lot, whenever we do products with them where signatures are attached to a card with a relic, they are most often going to be a sticker signature, and most of the other top stuff will be hard signed autographs, just in general. There's Rizzo for the Cubbies on the green parallel, and that one was the Brewers with Corbin Burns, also green unnumbered. Base go to the Nationals, the Giants, the Yankees, and the Padres. Our hit is for the St. Louis Cardinals. It is numbered to 225, and that is Garcia. And that is also the wrong sleeve. Let's try pulling it from the correct pile. Make everybody's life easier. Couple more green unnumbered. We've got the Brewers there on top with Josh Hader, and then the Tampa Bay Rays. Our base cards are Brewers, Rays, Giants, and Red Sox with Mookie Betts. And our hit is Lugo for the Tigers to 225. You know, I think that's the first NCAA tournament game that Liberty had ever won, isn't it? I mean, like any game of any sort. I think it's the first NCAA tournament game that Liberty's won ever, maybe. Andujar for the Yankees, green parallel, and that was Nix for the Padres, green parallel. Our base headed to the Rays, the Orioles, the Blue Jays, and the Astros. How about Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox with an orange parallel numbered to 50? I like that. If you've got the White Sox, you probably like that as well. Nice little hit there for Chicago. There's a green parallel for the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, James, I think I heard one of the announcers say it earlier in the game, but I'm not, 100% sure that's the game I heard it in. I am really guilty of flipping channels a lot in March Madness, but I think it was that game. This is the Yankees, and it is Stanton, orange /50. The Blue Jays, the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Royals were our base cards. Our hit is numbered to 99. It's the Pirates. Nick Kingham. Yeah, I am absolutely, I'm the worst in March Madness. I like to just watch little snippets of a bunch of different games. And if one's particularly good, I'll stick with it for a while, or if it's really close to the end. But otherwise, I do have a habit of jumping around a lot. Well, how about a 1 of 1? We had a 1 of 1 in the last break. We got another one in this one. This is the Blue Jays with Ryan Borucki. So, maybe that bodes well for our break that's after this one, since we got 1 in Cornerstones and 1 in Inception. You never know. Green unnumbered DeGrom for the Mets. Base cards are heading to the Mariners, the Marlins, the Indians, and the Mets. And our hit, numbered to 225, is the Orioles with Josh Rogers. All right, we have numbered 299, a card for my little Cincinnati Reds with Mr. Suarez. Green unnumbered Aaron Nola. Of course, why did I not put him in a... Well, technically I would have put him in a sleeve after the break, but maybe we'll do it now. The rest of the numbered are in there, I think. Garcia and the Cardinals. Mike Trout for the Angels. Corey Seager for the Dodgers. Chris Davis for the A's. Braves with another hit. And it is Bryce Wilson again. So, Braves, how about you? This one, though, is numbered to 25, so even better. Atlanta's on a little bit of a tear right now in Inception. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, thank you, wrapper. You the wrapper itself has separated. I don't know how to... Okay, all right, let's just go to Plan B. There we go. Kind of crazy. And number 275 for the Tigers, you have Stewart. Below that, we have a green unnumbered parallel, and that one is the Braves. Bryce Wilson again, imagine that. Our base cards are headed to the Twins, the Mariners, the Pirates, and the Cubbies. And our hit is Steven Dugar for the Giants. It happens to be numbered to 25. So Giants, nice little rookie hit there. Green parallels of Mike Trout and Corey Seager. Our base cards going to the Astros, the Phillies, the Orioles, and the Braves. Oh, Braves, this is who you're after right here. Braves are kind of crushing this break now, for sure. That's numbered to 99. Here's Mr. Tukey. That's who you wanted, I imagine, if you're the Braves. That's who you're chasing. So, nice hit there. We've got a pink parallel numbered to 99 for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. Then I've got a green unnumbered Garcia, St. Louis Cardinals. Our base cards are Cardinals, Cubbies, Shohei Ohtani for the Angels, and the Cleveland Indians. Our hit is headed to the Miami Marlins, Pablo Lopez to 225. I'm not really sure how I feel about that new Marlins logo either. I don't know. I kind of like it, but then I also kind of don't. Can't decide. On the fence. Of course, we've got Gypsy Queen Baseball releasing on Wednesday. That's one of my personal favorites. I wish it had less base cards, but I love it anyway. Cleveland Indians to 150. And a green unnumbered Chris Davis for the A's. Base cards are headed to Phillies, Indians, Astros, and Dodgers. Our hit is a Blue Jay. And it's Rowdy Tellez. And Rowdy is numbered to 199. Nice relic attached to it. And it seems like, does it not seem like it's taken about 20 years for Rowdy Tellez to work his way up to get a rookie card? I don't know, he was in Bowman forever, and then he disappeared from there, it seemed like, for a little bit, or I didn't pull him much if he was still in there for a few years, and boom, here he is finally with a rookie card. Laureano for the A's, Bryce Harper for the Nats, both green unnumbered. Braves, Nats, Tigers, and Jays are our base cards, and our silver signing is here, numbered to 99. That is Danny Jansen for the Toronto Blue Jays. So you see why I like that card, right? It's handsome. It's a nice looking card. We are 12 boxes in with 4 to go. The Mets with an Edwin Diaz, and Edwin here is numbered to 150. Then we have a green unnumbered Thor for the Mets, and our base cards are the White Sox, the Rockies, Mariners, and A's. Toronto Blue Jays get another Rowdy Tellez. Like, you just got one, and why not have another? This one, though, is numbered to 25. So all of a sudden, the Blue Jays are kind of racking up the hits. Toronto's kind of rolling in it long about now. For the Giants, a green unnumbered Ray Black. And we have ourselves numbered to 50, Ozzie Albies and the Braves. Our base cards are the Nationals, the Rockies, the Royals, the Twins. Here come the Kansas City Royals, and that is Brad Keller with autograph and relic, numbered to 75. KC. The green parallels, it's Chris Shaw and Jose Altuve. And our base cards are Yankees, my Cincinnati Reds with Joey Votto, the Cardinals and the Rays, and a redemption, which normally we would keep face down and flip it over till the end of the break, but it was face up when we hit it. So, so we'll go ahead and look at it. And that is Jalen Beeks, and we will, of course, it is Emerging Star Autograph Red Parallel, so that means it's going to be low numbered. We will go to the Topps website, though, and check it out as soon as we look at this last little pack here. All right, the green parallel for the Blue Jays and a green parallel for the Tampa Bay Rays. Here we go with Mets, Braves, Giants, and Astros, and the Texas Rangers, hey, to 50, with Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Okay, well, yeah. I don't even need to say anything. You all know. You know, it's how I roll. Can't pronounce half the names. All right, so Jalen Beeks. Let's go get that verified. Let me get the Topps website up first. I think I've got it. Yeah, I do. All right, let me just get you on the page with me here. And where is my Inception checklist? By the way, the American Alliance of Football, Alliance of American Football, whatever. I do have some of that for us to break, so at some point soon I better get that listed because it showed up today and I haven't made a break for it yet, but I will make us a break. So we're looking for base, rookie, and emerging star autograph is our card set. So that ought to come along up here somewhere in a minute. It always takes a while for me to find them on the Topps website. Here we go. All right, and we're looking for Jalen Beeks, of course. It's not going to tell us what he's numbered to, but it's red, so it should be low. Tampa Bay Rays, there he is, and let me just label him up, and he'll be ready to go, and we'll be ready to recap. Usually red and Topps, I think, is most of the time 5. But sometimes the Inception is one of the few places where sometimes your numbering will look a little different than it might elsewhere, just because of the color scheme they use in here. So I would say 5 or maybe to 15. Anyway, red parallel is going to probably be low numbered. Although, I take that back. Some of the reds in here are to 99. So or to 75. So it may actually be to 75. I think some of our others are numbered. Some of our other reds are to 75. But anyway, Tampa Bay Rays, Jalen Beeks redemption. So purple to 150. What I'm calling the hot pink are to 99. There is a red parallel. As a matter of fact, it is numbered to 75. So the autograph may be similar. That's to 99, the orange to 50, another purple one to 150. So those are the numbered parallels other than that handsome fellow. Yeah, that's a 1 of 1. Sweet. Headed to the Toronto Blue Jays. Now to recap our hits, we already looked at the redemption, of course. And let's look at everything else. So you've got the Marlins with Lopez, and Isaiah here is for the Rangers. Kansas City Royals with Keller. The Atlanta Braves are in here in the autograph stack. That's really just a numbered parallel to 50. I just stacked it in the wrong stack. Sorry about that. Rowdy Tellez for the Toronto Blue Jays. There's the Blue Jays again with our case hit. Our silver signings case hit is Danny Jansen. There is another Rowdy Tellez for the Toronto Blue Jays. This is a nice one for the Braves to 99 with Tukey. Steven Dugar, numbered to 25 for the Giants. The Braves with Bryce Wilson, that is also to 25. The Orioles with Rogers to 225. The Pirates to 99. The White Sox with Nicky Delmonico to 50. There's the Detroit Tigers to 225 with Lugo. To 225 for the Cardinals with Garcia. And Bryce Wilson for the Braves to 199. So this case of Inception is all wrapped up. That's going to bring us up to our Leaf Draft, our 2019 Leaf Draft football. I'll get it out in a minute, is what we're about to break. Let me just get the sleeves out of the way here and put the spreadsheet up. And there is some information to know about this, and I'm hoping everyone is already aware of it, that you've read the auction description and you know what's what. But in case you don't, we'll talk about it here as we get this up on the screen. So the deal with this Leaf Draft football that we're about to open, the hits are packaged separately in here. So the autograph hits in each one of these boxes, they come in a little sort of team bag thing. And all of the packs that are sealed just have base cards in them. They don't, any of them have hits in them. So what we do is we take out the hits and we break the hits just like you would expect. That's what we look at and that's what we sort. We're not going to open all the packs of base cards, well, because there's a lot of them and hey, we know they're base cards. Instead, you're going to get a handful of those sealed packs will be shipped to each of you. So that way you can get them and open those packs of base cards yourself, or you can give them away, or you can sell them, or whatever makes you happy. But that way we can kind of keep things moving tonight, and then you'll still have a nice little group of cards to open when they get to your house. So everybody, no matter whether or not you pull any hits out of here, everybody will get a group of those base cards. So you can expect that, and they'll be in sealed packs, obviously. So everybody can expect to receive that. So there are 3 hits per box. There are 20 of these little boxes. So that means we're going to have 60 hits in here. And as is the case with many of our breaks, it really takes longer to get the stuff out of the package than it takes to do the break itself. It takes a while to get things opened and pulled out of here, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Maybe we're going to pull some big names out. We hope. And of course, everybody knows these were sold by, spots were sold by first letter of the last name. So what that means to you is that, of course, you know, if we pull Kyler Murray, it's going to be an M. If we pull Dwayne Haskins, it's going to be an H, and so on and so forth. Stang Lover is here. He's got a big list of things there. What does that say? Man, my vision is terrible. It says C, D, F, I, J, P, Q, T, and U. Stang Lover, you're loaded for bear, man. You are on it. I like it. I like it. So hopefully we will hit some of those for you. I think they moved the release date again of Leaf. Come out of there, please. See the hit set right there in the side. They moved the release date for Leaf Metal Draft Football. It got pushed back again. So, and they also moved the release date, not Leaf, but Panini, moved the release date for Flawless Football. It got pushed back a couple weeks as well. And I'm trying to think of anything else I saw moved. I didn't see any changes on Topps, but I also don't think anybody sent me the Topps calendar this week, so I don't know if we've got any potential changes there or not. As we so often do, I am going to get all of our hits out of these boxes before we start looking through them, so if you need to, you know, walk the dog, get a snack, check the score, whatever the case may be, you probably got 5 or 6 minutes while we're trying to dig all this out of here. But we do have coming up on Friday, Panini's, I think, Prism Draft Picks is what we have coming a week from today. Because Wednesday, the only thing we have coming is Gypsy Queen Baseball. But then Friday, next Friday, we do have a 2019 football product, and I'm pretty sure it's Prism Draft Picks. But they have that, and they have Contenders Draft Picks both this year. So I think the Prism one is first, though. We are probably going to find, because I think I just saw one, some mystery autograph redemptions. So, yeah, we don't know who that's going to be, of course. But we're going to use random.org to award however many of those we find. We'll award them using random at the end of the break. I think last night, what did we find, guys? 3 or 4 of them. And so we just, you know, did random, and then the first 4 teams, or first 4 letters, I should say in this case, each got one of those redemptions. We'll do something similar tonight. Of course, obviously, it depends on how many we find. But we're only about a month away from the draft, so we're getting ready to kick 2019 football into high gear. You always know score football always comes out like the Wednesday before the draft, I think it is. And then I never know what to do with it, how to break it, because you don't know how anybody's going to be drafted yet. So sometimes, I think last year what I did was hold it and not break it until after day 1 of the draft. But I don't know, we might break some of it ahead of it this time. We just have to do it by last name or something, which is, well, that wouldn't really work though. There's veteran stuff in there. I don't know. Have to think about that. But they always release it at a weird time. I've always thought it should be like after the draft, not before. We'll find something fun to do with it, and I'll have tons of it. I always have way more score than I actually want to have because it has so much base in it. But it's another one of those products where if you don't buy a certain amount of score, they kind of frown upon you, you know. When it comes time for things you really want later, they're kind of like, well, you didn't buy very much early season stuff. And you're like, oh, come on, it's score. It's got like 5,000 base cards. But they don't care. By they, I mean the distributors. The guys who hold the key to what we're able to buy, or the quantities of what we're able to buy, I should say, more accurately. Oh, Leaf's coming out with a new product, too. I just saw actually, I think Brian sent the email about it maybe like day before yesterday, but I just saw it today. It got kind of lost in all those emails. And they are going to start doing, or at least they're going to do a run of autographed baseball bats. So, usually Leaf memorabilia stuff has a pretty good checklist. Anytime you do one of their memorabilia breaks, it's usually pretty solid. So I'm going to probably order some of those in, and we'll find out what kind of fun we can have with some Leaf autographed baseball bats in a few months. James, you were asking if there are any good pulls in cornerstones. Well, I mean, I thought so. We hit a DeAndre Ayton cornerstone signature, and we hit a DeAndre Ayton downtown case it insert, and we hit a Kevin Knox cornerstones for the Knicks. And you know I'm not going to remember hardly beyond that. James, you know how I am. My poor memory does well to remember what we looked at 5 minutes ago, especially since I've broken Inception in between now. My poor little brain, it's not what it used to be. It has a hard time hanging on to things. But I do know the Suns did hit all of that. Yeah, there were Wizards in there. Yeah, there were Wizards in there. Yeah, because somebody was in here saying go Wizards or whatever. So, yeah, we definitely had some Wizards. A couple of redemptions and something else. All right, so all of our hits are finally out of the boxes. Now, of course, we got to get them all out of these little bags, but we'll just do those as we go. There's Isaiah Bugs, that's the B's, and Jonathan Abraham for the A's. Trayvon Brown for the B's. Now, of course, the interesting thing about these is some of these guys we don't quite always, at least I'm not familiar with all of them yet, but usually after the draft we know a little bit more about who's who. Draymond Jones for the J. There's Corey Ballantyne for the B's. Jawan Taylor for the T's. I mean, some of them obviously I know now, and some of them you do. You may know more of them than I do, but some more than others. DK Metcalf for the M's. Jacques Patrick for the P's. And Trayvon Wesco for the W's. There is Karen Higdon for the H. Max Sharping, maybe, for the S's. Chase Hansen for the H. Looks like we're about to have a little mystery autograph redemption in here. I do believe that's what this will be. Yep, so we're going to set it up there. Give it out using random. Zach Gentry For the G's, there's DeMarcus Christmas for the C's. Trayvon Williams, W. Byron Murphy, M. Deontay Johnson for the J's, sorry. I assume you know Jay, but since I've been saying it. Isabella, Andy Isabella. Not Andy. Yes, Andy. Isabella for the I's. Oh, boy. Or Marvell Tell for the T's. Terrell Hanks for the H's. Can you tell 2 days in a row I didn't get enough sleep? Yeah, you probably can. I know. My mom had the eye surgery, though. I had to take her places both days really early, so that's how it goes. Riley Ridley, that is Calvin's little brother. That is for the R's. Jordan Ta'amu for the T's. Jelani Tavai for the T's. There's another little mystery autograph. Going to sit up there at the top. We'll check it out in a bit. Nick Brissett for the B's. Juan Thornhill for the T's. That is Caden Smith, S. Ryan Davis, D. Michael Dogby for the D's. Oh, these little bitty team bags that they use. Like the flaps are... I wish they would use the bigger ones. Benny Snell Jr. Woohoo! He's a running back from my University of Kentucky Wildcats. And he's probably going to be, I don't know, second or third round pick. But Benny Snell's a good running back. So I like that hit for the S's. I think you'll be happy you have him. Chauncey Gardner Johnson goes to the G's because Gardner Johnson is a hyphenated last name, Gardner being the first part of it. Alex Wesley, W. Here's another mystery autograph redemption. And then we have Porter Gustin for the G's, David Long for the L's. Gary Jennings, J. Dontavius Russell, R. Garrett Bradbury, B. Trace McSorley, that's actually a pretty, I don't think he's necessarily going to be round one, but he might be. But he's a little QB that might be useful. He's a tough kid. That's for the M's. He played in the SEC. Greg Little, the L's. Oh boy. Olabisi Johnson, J. Kyle Kempt, K. Jermaine Pratt, P. Nasir Adderley, A. TJ Edwards for the E's. This is Rock Yasin, another hyphenated last name, goes to the Y's. Rodney Anderson, A's. Ja'Kai Polite for the P's. Trayvon Mullen for the M's. Jamal Peters, P. Oh, I hate these little flaps on there. Oh, it's so hard to grab a hold of them. Brett Ripon for the R's. Iman Marshall, M. Keelan Doss, D. Anthony Johnson, J. Preston Williams, W's. Derek Gore for the G's. And our last box, Mojo, coming right here. Who does it deliver to us? Armani Orari? Yeah. O's. Can't pronounce it, obviously. Dylan Mitchell for the M's. And O'Shane Zemines, perhaps, for the XYZ bidding position. All right, before we recap, we do have 3 mystery redemptions that we're going to give out using random.org. I'm going to put each of these back in one of these sketchy little team bags with the small flap on it. But that's so I can write on it so I know where they go after we do random. So here's what's going to happen. Really easy. I'll bring you along with me. Each one of our bidding positions I'm going to copy from the spreadsheet, then we'll go paste it into random.org. And because I have 10 or more items in this list, we will be doing random only once. If we had 9 or fewer, we would do random 3 times and only the third would count. But 10 or more, we do random 1 single time. So that's how it's going to roll here tonight. Because we have 3 of them, after we randomize it, we will simply take the top 3 positions, and those top 3 spots will each get 1 of our mystery autograph redemptions. If you have any questions about that, hit me up here in chat. Otherwise, we're getting ready to roll with it. I'm scrolling through so that you can see that everything was copied and pasted from the spreadsheet. Good luck, everyone. Once again, it's going to be the top 3. So that is last name B, last name M, and last name XYZ. That's who's going to get our mystery autographs. 1 to B, 1 to M, 1 to X, Y, and Z. All right, so let's get these labeled up. So B and M and X, Y, Z. So our recap can just start with that. So once again, we don't know who that's going to be. Leaf will let us know at some point along the way. But in the meanwhile, we'll assume it's probably going to be a pretty good one, right? I would think. I would expect it to be anyway. Recapping the rest of these, I'm not going to read them all off again, but just keep in mind, of course, that you're looking at the last name, and then it is the first letter of that last name that determines where they go. Hyphenated names, it's obviously going to be the first letter of the first part of the name. So Yasin goes to the Y's. Whoa, 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 hang on now. Somebody's trying to get out of the way there. Trace McSorley trying to get out of the pocket, but we got a hold of him. Gardner Johnson, for instance, also hyphenated, goes to the G's. After we do the little flip through here, I will put up the information one final time about shipping so that you can know your anticipated shipping dates and all such as that. And then we will also take a quick fly through the list of the breaks that are coming up here over the course of the next few days. Please remember, every one of these bidding spots, you are also going to get a handful of unopened packs of base cards. So whatever hits you pulled, and then some unopened base cards. If you didn't pull hits, you're still obviously going to get a package with some packs of unopened base cards in there. So everybody is going to end up taking something home from this break tonight for sure. So let's get the spreadsheet up here. And here's the deal. The Leaf Autograph football jersey will ship out on or before Friday a week from today. I always say that on free shipping stuff. It usually goes sooner, but won't go any later than that. And of course, if you didn't get a hit in the jersey break, if you weren't the team pulled, your consolation card, usually I just hold on to it until your next package goes because it is a free shipping break. However, if you would like it sent sooner, all you need to do is send me a message and let me know. I'll gladly handle that for you. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, Cornerstones, Inception, and Leaf Draft. Each of those should be on the way to you on or about before possibly Tuesday. So it means basically this. If things go really well, maybe some of it gets out before Tuesday. If something goes off the rails, it could possibly slide to Wednesday. If things go about the way I expect them to, then look for it to ship about Tuesday. If you got skunked in one of those paid shipping breaks, your consolation card or cards will ship out with the rest of the break because they are paid shipping breaks. This is the stuff that's coming up, already up and running on eBay that will be breaking over the next few nights. So tomorrow night, the 23rd, is an off night. Sunday night, we've got a Gold Rush autographed basketball jersey, a half case of encased football, a full case of Leaf Valiant baseball, and a full 20-box case of Leaf Metal Sports Heroes. That's a multi-sport product. Spots are sold by first letter of the last name. They're all listed in the football category. Checklist is pretty awesome. It's not just your typical basketball, baseball, football. You know, there's boxing in there. Floyd Mayweather's in there. There's MMA. Conor McGregor's in there. There are Olympic athletes. It's a pretty solid checklist. If you haven't looked at it, you might want to. Monday night, we're going to do a half case of Leaf Best Basketball. We will also do the back half of a case of Don Russ Baseball. And on Tuesday night, a Leaf Autograph Multi-Sport jersey, a third case of Cornerstones Basketball, a fourth case of National Treasures Football, and a third case of Inception Baseball. Wednesday night is Gypsy Queen Release Day. So on Wednesday, we'll do a 3-box inner case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs and a 5-box half case Gypsy Queen Baseball break. So that is it for us tonight. Once again, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. I will be off, of course, tomorrow night, but back at it again on Sunday. So we will see you then. Take care now. Bye.